They called the parties together for the sake of the country. The three-member mediating team of Pastor Sherwin Griffith, Monsignor Patrick Anthony and Independent Senator Evarista Jamari attempted to sway the unions away from their planned protests and accept a 4% increase now and the remainder later. Roman Catholic priest Monsignor Patrick Anthony appealed to the better judgment of the government and the unions to stave off Tuesday's industrial action. The parties were called into an emergency meeting Monday night, but all but the Christian Council expressed optimism about the outcome. Monsignor Anthony says the congregation was summoned to try to bring understanding because everyone loves St. Lucia.
Everybody's going to suffer. The country is going to suffer from what's going to happen. And so we feel the best thing to do is to see if we can bring some kind of understanding that will avert more harm to the country at this moment. So it's basically love of country. We're trying to see what we can do, appeal to that on both sides, and to see if we can get some kind of movement going.
The initiative came after some people suggested that the churches get involved. One of them was Independent Senator Evarista Jamari, who was urging public servants to accept 4% from the government now. But the president of the St. Lucia Teachers Union, Julian Monrose, was resigned to anything positive emerging.
It's a frustrating situation. I have no comments on why it is being called now, whether it should be called now. I have no comments. The St. Lucia Teachers Union has no comments. I'm there, I'm invited to attend the meeting, and I'm attending the meeting on behalf of the St. Lucia Teachers Union.
His counterpart in the CSA, Joseph Dossery, was a little more tempered in his response. Joseph Dossery says he did not know there were any issues to discuss, so he was willing to listen, digest, and return the sentiments to his members.
I am in no position to tell. We're going in there to take in all the information that's presented to us, and discussions will ensue based on what is presented to us.
Rufus Bousquet was one of 4 government representatives, and his disposition was just as gloomy as the unions, although he tried to veil it.
I wouldn't call it late at all. As long as there's a willingness on the part of everybody to continue the dialogue, then there's always a possibility that something positive can happen. I'm not hoping for anything. I'm coming here with an open mind. The government didn't have any meeting to deal with anything concerning this. The meeting had to do with other matters. The country has to run. This doesn't stop the country from running. We have work to do.
Up until Monday night, the Public Service Minister said he had no information about public servants striking, except for what he heard in the media. Leonard Montu just wanted to maintain the lines of communication between the government and the unions.
I've always been from the onset hopeful that, like I've always put it, that good sense will prevail, that better judgment will be applied, and that we can resolve the situation, because it is absolutely not in the interests of this country or any of us citizens of this country to have unrest in this country at this time.
After all was said and done, the clergy proved powerless to stop the industrial action. Although some more senior public servants reported to work, the majority of government workers stayed away, still demanding that government pay at least 4.5% of the 7.5% increase owed to them. Clinton Reynolds, HTS News, Channel 4.